Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Dominions 4. We're getting ready for this attack on Tirnanog. I looked at some comments. Mostly Deathnor had a lot to say about the nations that are around us. And we kind of agreed that Mictlan's probably not much of a threat. Apparently I was wrong. I do trust Deathnor's opinion, being a high-level player and all. So I was saying that I was really concerned about Abyssia, but apparently they're not so strong in the early age. And then the I wasn't too worried about the I feel like skeletons do really well against giants in general. Didn't talk much about Yomi. Apparently Tirnanog is very strong. I was saying that I wasn't worried about them. So I would say that their glamour kind of concerns me a little bit, so we'll see if we can overcome that. I am going to start with them, just because they're taking up too much of my land. I think I would prefer to start with, like, Mictlan or something like that, but I just don't have the... I'm getting terrible resources out of my capital, 136. It seems really bad. But I'm thinking, at this point, we're going to go after them. I'm going to go with... I'm going to take all of our Inaris, and probably look to do some communions with, like, 2 of them per army. So we're going to have one army go up through here, and hit this cave right here. I think we're going to try to block this up and then fill our backspace on this side of the mountains. And then, over on this side, I'm thinking we're going to send our main army right through here. I think if we pick up the Cavern of Pearls, which it says there's no enemy military units, which makes me think there's a bunch of those Sidhi warriors there, which are very tough, and they're glamour units. So I'm thinking we're going to send another army this way. So hopefully we can kind of block them here at the Caves of Mira, and then this army will advance up through here to the deep crossroad, and they can link up right here, because these are attached, being that they're both in the caves. So I think if we kind of neutralize this side of the mountain, you can see here that their capital cannot cross over. So we would own pretty much everything over here. I hope it'd be really nice if, I think this is Calum, and joined in on the fight and kind of, you know, helped us out here. But that's my plan. I'm thinking that Yomi has them blocked on this mountain, and our Dominion is heat. So well, not that we have the Dominion over here, I guess, but I'm really hoping that these rivers, all 3 of these rivers here, stay unfrozen, so they can't cross over that. So that would really limit, that would make these caves very important, I think. As far as the army goes, I am a little concerned about the Hydras. I was thinking about it, and we don't have a lot. The Hydras are undisciplined, so they're going to advance on turn 1. You can't put them on hold. Which, what I would like to do is cast Horde of Skeletons, and then all of them advance together. Let's see what their speed is. Their movement speed is 7. I don't know what the Undead are. So hopefully the Undead are significantly faster, but basically we're going to see arrows hitting the Hydras. Probably not that big of a deal, because the Hydras have the regen, so hopefully that will work out in our favor. And then I'm going to send Kirk along with the army. She's a level 4 Death Mage, level 4 Nature, Astral, Air, so I'm thinking, without even having to give her a communion, she's going to be able to cast Horde of Skeletons very cheap. I think Horde of Skeletons is only 20 fatigue. 40 fatigue. So she'll be able to cast it pretty easily. We'll have about, let's see, about 5 Inaris going with the initial army. So I think I'm going to send probably probably 4 of our Soothsayers for communions. We'll try that. We'll do 2 masters and 4 slaves. And that's pretty much it. I don't have a lot of troops as far as that goes. I'm really relying on the Horde of Skeletons. We do have quite a few archers. I'm thinking the archers shooting over hopefully will knock out some of that glamour. And then we leave it to the sword of the skeletons. I've never really done a skeletons army, so this will be interesting. That's about it. Gonna move this turn, consolidate in our capital, and then next turn we're moving out. And now that I look at it, maybe what I'm gonna actually do... No, I'm just going to stick with it. I was going to say from Westmist I could go down to here and then go boom, boom, boom. I don't know, I do kind of like that. I got to assume there's not much in Ruins of Coal. Okay, we're going to go with that. There's only one guy left behind. Nothing recruiting there. Okay, I think I'm going to go with that. that'll free up the land around my capital quicker. So we'll go from here to Hawk Swamp to Silverhand and then into the caves. Probably drop some province defense here, take the ruins, and then back into the caves for... Yeah, it's going to take longer to go along the right anyway, I think. So, alrighty. Here we go. And of course, Mictlan totally ruins my plans and declares war on me. So, I guess we're going to be going to war with Mictlan instead. I don't think I can do a two-front war. Alright. Well, we just got to swing our army around. I think we'll be okay. I think we can move twice along these roads. So we should be alright. Oh, Mictlan. Alright, so we got... Let's see. Our army actually can't move 2 provinces at a time. The Inaris are a 1 map move distance, unfortunately. So, probably should have known that. Well, Soothsayers are 2. Anyway. So, I'm going to go ahead. I'm moving from the Bleak Taker into here. This is my setup for the army. I don't know if this is going to work. This is going to be experimental. I got my archers on the top of the map. The reason for that is if the Hydras rout, they'll run right through them. And even if they rout off the map, they can kill the archers just by passing through them once. So I got those down south. I boosted the province defenses to 20. So I'm hoping we'll have some troops in here. Hopefully they'll be outside of the poison cloud range. If not, they're expendable. I think I'm going to bump her up just a little bit. And she's going to be just popping Horde of Skeletons right off the bat. Like I said, she's level 4. So I think Horde of Skeletons, if I do the math right, is... it's going to be a third of the cost, because she's 2 levels above it. So we're looking at, like, what? Like, 13-ish fatigue per pop. She should be able to cast that quite a bit. So hopefully those skeletons will get in there and help the Hydras out. And I just realized they're not going to run into the enemy this turn yet anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Okay. Yeah. I forgot I had Orinor. That's alright. That's alright. I'm thinking they're probably gonna look to take that. That's a good province, so... that's it. Capital, moving to Bleak Taker, so they'll be there next turn, and then Mine Prairie is going to take a couple. Damn you, Mictlan. This is not what I wanted to see. I am kind of glad that I got declared on instead of me declaring on the enemy, because I feel like every time I declare, I get dogpiled. So, one other thing I think I forgot to mention was construction. I did switch over from Evocation. I looked at it like Evocation wasn't going to help us a whole lot against Tyrnanog because I think they have really good magic resistance, and Shadow Blast is negated by magic resistance. Now that we're going against Mictlan, I'm going to switch it back. So, I don't have anyone to be making any constructions anyway, so... But I was looking to get to at least Death Staffs. Actually, you know what? Let's leave it there. I want the Death Staffs, I think. I need to do something with our Death Gems. We've got 66 right now. So... That did significantly reduce my research, by the way. Dropped me by about 100, moving all these mages out, so... Okay. Let's see what Mictlan does this turn. Okay, looks like they hit us at 2 provinces. There's nothing I could have done in Orinor if they took us out there. But you know what? Let's take a look and just kind of glance at their units. Just out of curiosity. Not too familiar with Mictlan. I know that they are low defense, generally. So we got a hide shield, about a mid-sized shield at parry 4. 10 protection, not bad really. About basic. Morale is 9. Interesting, because I do have a spell called Fright that I believe forces a fear check on a square. So that actually could be useful. Here's their Jaguar Warrior. This is the Sacred. Protection 7, no shield, so we have a ton of archers. Attack skill's really low. This guy is wounded. I don't know. Here we go, that's more like it. I was going to say 12, 12, 7, 9. So these are supposed to be pretty good. I think what's nice about these, if I'm not mistaken, is they can be recruited from any forest province. I might be off on that, but I'm pretty sure that has something to do with Mictlan being fairly strong in that regard. Couple shields here. Again, protection, not too shabby. Those are the warriors again. And that's a prophet. Okay. More Jaguar Warriors. So, lots of Jaguar Warriors. I'm sure we lost that one. Yep. Alright, let's check the crossroads. Now, I should have some province defense here. Hopefully, the force isn't too bad. That's not bad. Bunch of cavalry archers, though. Hopefully we can kind of rout some of these barbarians. What's this guy? We got a merman captain. Kind of interesting. Okay, get that 8 precision to work. Look at that, not bad. It's funny, my friend and I are playing a game against Sauromatia, and they just hoard. They have a whole line all the way, the entire length of the map of nothing but cavalry archers, and just the sheer volume of shots kind of makes them scary. Trying to get some arrow fend up in that game. So they're sitting here, they're going in with their slings, which are pretty bad. 8 damage and it's blunt damage. We should win this. I think we're gonna win this. It looks like it's gonna be in our favor. Okay, nice. Nice. Misfortune and magic +2. Alright, not much to say this turn. We're advancing up. We got a nice little kind of wall of troops coming in. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna go into the Bright Crossroads. I don't know if, I assume if this army from Orinor attacks us, that they're probably gonna go into Saber Beach. I would expect them to just kind of hang out. But they might go to Bright Crossroads, in which case we're gonna have our main army there, which is pretty nice. Lots of archers. Got about 72 archers, and then some cavalry and 8 of those hydras. So hopefully we'll see that work out. And then, of course, we're still coming in from the Mine Prairie down here. Little low on income. You can see my upkeep is 518. My total income is 1095. So I'm getting squeezed a little bit. Right now, I'm basically just getting Inaris out of our 2 castles here, Mine Prairie and Sauromatia. So hopefully when we push in here, we can get some income coming. I believe, actually, of course, per my standard, I forgot to move my scouts again. So we'll probably relocate these. I'm thinking that Mictlan only goes to about this region. I remember from the last episode they got beat here at Fogcross, and then I think they took the Vein Grass, so... Oh, there's who is that? Pelagia. Okay. Huh, for some reason I thought Pelagia is not very good about getting into the land provinces. Look at this, though. This is a indie province, it looks like. It says that a huge Titan of Heaven is there. Several griffins. The army appears to be commanded by Zeus, the Titan of Heaven. Holy moly. That's an indie province? That's insane. No wonder why they haven't taken that yet. We'll move him out, send him up here. I really hope we don't get declared on by another army. I don't think I can handle it if I do, so... Alright. Looks good. Let's do it. Battle in Orinor. Okay, they did not move, so let's see what kind of defenses they put up here. Doesn't look like much. I think we're going to be okay here. Okay, there come the skeletons. Let's check out their movement speed. 8. So they're actually just barely faster than the Hydras. My concern there again is that our Hydras are going to get into combat way before the skeletons. Yeah, look at them. That's okay, they can handle these troops. And don't forget that they have Fear 5 too, so that's not too shabby. I wish though that the big Hydra would be out in front. I guess I would have to set it up 2 separate squads. And just have the big Hydras in front. In fact, I think I'm going to do that, because you would think that the big Hydra's obviously much better about taking arrows, and then... Ooh, the Hydras take a lot of damage. There they go, nice. But anyway, the big Hydra's significantly better about taking the arrows, because it regens 8 damage per turn. Jesus Christ, that collateral damage. And then the slow Hydra, or the smaller Hydras, will kind of come in on the side in the melee combat, so looks good. Looks good. 1 battle affliction cured. Good stuff. Another quick turn here. We're going to advance into Night Gardens. That gives us 3 provinces all in a line. And then in the next turn, I'm going to look to... Whoa. Holy crap. I'm going to look to go to Mine Sanctuary and Strand of Birds. That will maintain our 3-line front. And then from there, it depends. I'm actually hoping Abyssia has Deadstone Den here, because then we can move into Shadowgate and have another 3-line front. And then from there, we're going to have to, well, let's see, we take this, and then we would advance here. And yeah, then the following turn we take Shadowgate, so we'd have these 3. And then we could do Frog Cross, Bear Grove, Words of Music all at once. You can see they don't even have much. I kind of surprised, because I think that Mictlan has very cheap units, and normally the AI I find on Mighty difficulty tends to have way more units than I have. They're not producing the number of units I would expect, unless they have a massive army here somewhere. Also, we're seeing that Calum is pretty far up here, so maybe they're at war with Calum. Let's get our troops moved up. Actually, this guy goes here. This one goes there. Okay. Look at me using scouts, guys. Holy crap. What's going on here? That's it. Let's do it. Alright, another battle, Orenords. They're attacking me. They do want that province. It brings in pretty good income, as we saw in the last episode. And that's all they're bringing. Not going to work out. Let's speed this up. I want to watch the skeletons again. Just try to get an idea. Province defenses might run into the poison. Yeah. So those light infantry are screwed. Oh god. Hydras are magnets for arrows for some reason. Okay. Good stuff. That doesn't look too bad. I think I'm onto the right idea there. Though also if the Hydras cross into the midfield and get routed, they're going to run through my troops anyway, so. Well, if Mictlan brings anything to the party here, it's going to be this next turn. They got a fairly large troop force here. We got 110 units, roughly. Another thing, Deathnor, thanks for this tidbit. It can be 50% to 200% of that number. So it could be anywhere from 55 to 220, if I understood correctly. And if you see the number consistent over several turns, then generally that means that it's fairly accurate. I think that was the statement. So anyway, moving into Mine Sanctuary, moving into Stranded Birds. I'm feeling pretty good about this. Unless another AI comes after us, I think we're in pretty good shape. Next turn we'll get to see if there's an enemy in the Dead Stone, which will be nice. And hopefully they're blocked over here too. Looks like got this crappy start here. I got this start in another game. I believe I started right here. That looks about right. And there's just nowhere to expand. You have only 2 lanes. And if you run into a really big force, say there's a whole crap of, I don't know, heavy cavalry here or something, then you only have the option of going down that one lane that's open. It's really brutal. So hopefully hopefully that hurt her at least a little bit. Again, I'm not too worried about them, so. Okay, we're good to go. Couple levels of evocation. Our research already skyrocketed from 128 to 260, so we're seeing that effect, that just the ability of them to mass research with those soothsayers and some magic dominion. That's pretty awesome. I really like that about Sauromatia. I can't say that any other nation I've played has that strong a research potential, so. Profit from Tirnanog. And we got 3 battles, and they went into Orenor once again with that army, so hopefully we pulled it off. Got some cavalry here. That's not much of a fight. Well, let's look at the setup, though. Once again, we'll go super speed. There's the Communions. What are you doing? Oh, I thought that commander was going to get behind the Hydras. I better check that just to make sure they aren't set up to go behind troops. I could be wrong on this, let me know, but I think that if you set them to stay behind troops, they stay literally behind their own troops. If I'm wrong on that, let me know. Because I try to set them, obviously, behind the archers over there. Oh, summoning some imps. 15 defense, 11 attack. No Hydras in this army, so we're looking strictly at... I'll be interested to see how this works, because we're going to have the skeletons hopefully out in front. And we have these Deer Tribe warriors too. I set them in the back. They're undisciplined, so I put them way in the back. Try to get some units out in front of them, because they're not very good against arrows. Those imps did not do well. Why are my archers moving up? Solar rays coming down on the skeletons. That's fine. Every solar ray that comes down, I figure, is a spell that is not going at my units. And they appear to be routing. So let's see what kind of fatigue we're taking. Oh my god, 187? Holy shnikes. Wow, I better read about how fatigue works with communions, because that is pretty high. Keep in mind I only had 2 masters and 4 slaves. Maybe I'll drop it down to 1 master and keep it at 4 slaves, because that's pretty brutal. I think that they run the risk of dying if they get too high. He's at 200. Ooh. Okay, that's a win. I didn't lose any. Let's check Orinor. Then I'm going to go back and see if there's any afflictions or anything. I'm not too familiar with how the communions work, so... Yeah, this looks good. We're looking good, guys. Yeah, get out of here. Okay, so let's go to the Mine Sanctuary. So here's a slave. He's still healthy. Still healthy. Okay. Wait, weren't there 4? I swear there were 4, weren't there? Did I leave one? Okay, I think maybe I think maybe one of them died, or 2 of them died. Okay, we're just gonna have the one master then. We'll see how that works. And unfortunately, there is a castle here. Damn. Damn. Okay. This is gonna be the last turn. We'll go ahead and attack into there. Put some defenses here, even though probably unnecessary. That kind of ruins my plan a little bit. I think what we'll do is bring in another army from up here. Probably nothing big, no, not much casting or anything, just an army to hold another line, because we could go, from here we could go boom, boom, and then have, say, our smaller army go this way. That's Mictlan, that's the capital, so I think if we hit that and take it, pretty much ball game for Mictlan, if we take their capital, so, good stuff. We're in really good shape here. Pretty happy about the way this is looking. Hopefully, as I've said already, hopefully I don't get declared on by another army. Alright, a couple more battles. Shadow Gates. Sieging this castle here. Not a lot here. Okay, Community Slaves, Master. Yeah, this is where we dropped it to just 2. We'll keep an eye on the fatigue here again. So it costs, he's got 24 already. Wow, 20-some damage on that slinger to the archer there. 52, so it went up by 28, 1 cast. It seems really high for some reason. I thought it took the fatigue of the caster and divided it amongst the slaves and himself. Oh god. Cavalry. I would like to set the cavalry back further, but I don't want the archers out in front in this case. Man, Mictlan just folding like a cheap lawn chair. Things are looking good. The skeletons actually aren't even getting involved. 131. That's gonna do it. Orinor. Hold strong, my friends. Not much there. What's these slaves that they keep fielding? Really garbage unit. 0 protection, no shield. 8 attack, 8 defense. Not gonna go well for them. Volley of arrows. Oh my god. Murder. Actually, it wasn't that big, but... Oh, jeez. And they routed. Morale's down to 4. Damn. Not looking good for Mictlan. Not looking good. How are we doing over here? See, she's not getting hardly any fatigue. Oh. Goodbye. Looks like we lost the scouts. Oh wow, we broke into the fort already. Amazing. Wow. I'm tempted to kind of go ahead and play the next turn, but I'm going to go ahead and call it. Things have turned around. I think we're doing significantly better. Income's up 300 from where it was after the declaration of war. Troops coming down. Have another army down here. That'll do pretty well. There aren't hardly any troops here, so I'm almost tempted to go into the next provinces. Let's see, I would be 1, 2. So in the turn I move to here, assuming they even move an army into here, if they wanted to attack Strand of Birds, I would have my army there. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I'm just going to set it up now so I don't forget about it. I lost another... No, we only had one there. How we doing? Okay, the 2 are still surviving. This guy is afflicted, so he's got a limp. So that leads me to believe maybe he got over-fatigued? I don't know. I'm going to take one of the masters off. So we got just one master. Research, almost to that level 5 Shadow Blast, though we're not going to need it, obviously, this turn. I did recruit a Witch King, which I think we're going to use the site search death sites some more. And I did want to set one of these guys... Whoops, just kidding. Did want to set one of these guys to forge some death staffs. That'll run us at a -6 death gem income, so hopefully we'll find some more sites. Don't do it, Tirnanog. Please don't do it. Hopefully they're going for Rose Spring. I really hope so. That's it, guys. Part 4 of Sauromatia. Thanks for watching. Leave me a comment below, and I will see you in the next episode.